Okay, so here is the sketchbook tour for my newest sketchbook, which I finished just a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it so you guys can see kind of what I've been up to. So this particular sketchbook, I started July 28th of 2020, so I've had it for almost 2 years at this point. So one thing I like to do when I start a sketchbook is I will do kind of a page that outlines what my style looks like at that moment. So you can see obviously there's still some similarities to how I draw now. The cat is meowing in the background because God hates me. So there's definitely still some similarities into how I draw things, but there's also quite a few differences, and I think I've improved quite a bit, as you'll see as I go through. So here on these first two pages, we have some general Witcher stuff, which is a fandom that I was super into back around this time. Yennefer, Jaskier, just some vibes. I love me a bard. Geralt sketches here. I wasn't like super comfortable drawing guys yet, and to be honest, I'm still not, but I'm working on it. You know, I think making animatics really forced me to do that because 90% of the people on the Dream SMP are guys. I'll go through. This is a D&D character of mine. Her name's Arinya. She's an elf rogue. You see just some extra doodles here. A bard character. These are my first ever Dream SMP. Well, not technically Dream SMP, just Minecraft YouTube sketches that I'd been watching for a while before this. See some hand practice, something I should do more of and don't do till almost the end of this book. These are my first ever techno drawings. So you can see I leaned pretty heavily into anime techno at first, which is something that I've gotten away from. But this is the design that I used for my first ever animatic, which is fun. Here we have some characters from my old comic. And the start of Inktober for 2020, which is fun. I love Inktober. I didn't finish it this past year, but I always enjoy it. So you'll notice that for this year, I actually have basically double the Inktober because I did it on my own, and then I also did it for an art class of mine. But yeah, so you'll see general just like Undertale sketches from memory. You'll see a lot of stuff from the Magnus archives. You'll see the remnants of my Danganronpa hyperfixation, long since past. First ever pig techno, which is a design I didn't end up going with, but I do think it's fun. More characters from my comic, more Inktober stuff. Kind of just goes on for a while. Alright, here's the good stuff. This is the storyboard for my first ever animatic, To Bury Me Face Down, which is on this channel. I don't always storyboard the animatics, but when I do, I find it helps me go faster. I'm just lazy sometimes. But yeah, I did this whole thing in a few hours, the storyboard, and the animatic I did in the days after, which was fun. This is just a brief outline of what my process for the Dream SMP characters was at the time, like my character design. Just funny, it's pretty different from how I draw them now on most accounts. Because I think Tommy's hair is the same. Let's see. Just continuing on with Inktober stuff. Another character from my comic. The old comic, not the one I'm working on now. I'll point out the new characters when we see them. Yennefer, my beloved. Trucy Wright, my beloved. Just continues. Yeah, I said a lot of stuff from the Magnus archives, a lot of Ace Attorney. Kind of just carries on going forward. You love to see it. Alright, this was a thing I did for Minx's birthday a little while ago as part of like a collab with some other artists. These are some original characters, just kind of messing around with. This is another like kind of session where I planned out my Dream SMP designs for animatics and stuff, which I thought was fun. So you see, I haven't quite settled on a design for techno yet. And here they are just in full the outfits. A lot of hoodies. I kind of clear that up later on, which is nice. But it took a while. This is an animatic that I started planning out that I never ended up doing. So you'll see there's 2 empty pages here. I left the space to do it, and I just never did. This is a brief comic I planned out. I ended up posting something on it still, but it didn't go that same way. This is me planning out a worm on the string bead curtain for my room, which I still have somewhere. It's just not up because it got tangled too easily. More characters from my old comic. This is me trying to figure out Fundy and techno designs, neither of which stay. Oh, here's the first time I ever draw Ronbu. Bald Boo Supremacy. So you can see I wasn't really sure like what to do. And so I ended up going with this one for a while, which is fun. I do still really like this design, but it's not very Ranbu. Here you see the Rise of the Tuxedo shirt, which is still part of my design for him today, which I love. Some Doodles, Dahlia Hawthorne. I think this might be my first ever pig techno design, or like the way I draw him currently. Realistic pig techno probably is the better way to put that. You see some more Ranbus. This is when I decided I was going to make a pig crew, and then I still haven't done that. I still might someday, I'm so lazy. More general doodles. You'll notice if I get tired when I'm drawing, my lines get like a lot looser, which you'll see, I mean, you can see it here partially, but you see it even more here, where I just like scribble basically. There's my Nikki design. Some more Ace Attorney doodles. There's Pig Techno again. There he is. What a lad. Let's see. Here's my Nikki design and my Puffy design right next to each other. Although I don't think I've ever used my Puffy design in any animatics for anything. Okay. This was part of a thing I did when I was making one of my D&D characters. So these are both for parents, and you'll see her here. This is Iridanza. She's a bard. Half-elf. And I love her with my whole heart. This was a Ghost Blade concept, which I thought was kind of fun. Here's a AU I quickly gave up on. It was like a Pokemon trainer thing. I thought it'd be fun. So there's Tommy and Tubbo. This is my Bad Boy Halo design, which I love deeply and truly. And I am so sad I haven't gotten to use it more, because it is just the most design ever. Here you see me start to plan out Philza designs for Angel of Death and try to figure out how wings work. I hate drawing wings. I don't enjoy them. They're too complicated for my little rat brain. This is another D&D character I made and never ended up using. This is my actual Puffy design. I had to figure it out. Here's me figuring out Phil's design. And close up. I don't like to do like full page things like this because I feel like they're a waste of space, because my style isn't really that intricate. This is right after the Red Banquet. Some more Ranbu doodles. This is another storyboard for the Ranbu animation. Some Charlie Slimesicle doodles when that was all happening. Maya Fey, my beloved. Yeah, here's some Quackity doodles. Light of my life, Clavier Gavin. You will see him going forward. That is a threat. I love him. Let's see, more Ace Attorney doodles. Hannibal doodles. This is either after or while I was watching Hannibal. I don't draw a lot of Hannibal fan art just because I find portraits to be like very intimidating. But they're fun. I liked Hannibal. Rom-com. This is another character from my old comic, whomst I love dearly. This is when I just went absolutely wild, went feral with a brush pen, which I think is fun. A little treat for myself that I do every once in a while. Alright, here we go. So this is the stuff from my new comic that I'm working on for the webtoon, Call to Action. So these are designs from last summer, which have since been like kind of sorted out. But you'll see some elements here, like the full face mask. This outfit is very similar, although she has a bulletproof vest now. And her hair has changed. This is Cecilia. You'll see her hair has changed, but her outfit is about the same, because I liked it. That was cute. It kind of gave off the naive energy that I was looking for. And then here's Cecilia in her villain arc, which is also pretty much the same. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is an animatic I started planning out and then realized that somebody else had already done. Depressing. Here's the storyboard for Black Mambo. I do still really like that one. Some Quackity doodles. Here is the first ever drawing of EXE. I planned this out in a call with Martyr and Harlow. The most character ever. We'll see. And then here is my storyboard for Settling Scores. I think the problem I came up with this one is that it's a little bit like too small. So while I was able to fit everything on one page, like at what cost, it's kind of hard to see. So here's Inktober 2021. If there's a dog barking in the background, I am so sorry. So let's see, I usually start off with one of the Gavin brothers. That's just how it happened. So see, there's just doodles, me trying to get it right. Again, going crazy, going feral with a brush pen. Some Deltarune doodles. This is when Deltarune came out. Will Graham from Hannibal again. This is me. I made my own list of prompts this last year. I didn't actually end up finishing it, but it's there. There's Noelle. Here's my revived bird design. A little later, I think I was just trying to fully sort it out. Some more Yas gears. My favorite little man. Blurbo of my heart. Alright, this was me trying to figure out kind of like shapeshifter stuff. So you'll see there's some basic like back and forth stuff there. Some more Inktober stuff. Clavier Gavin. I told you he would be back. I adore him. He's my favorite. Is he my favorite character of all time? He might be. I love him. He's ridiculous. Let me see more Doodles. Love this one. This is probably one of my favorite Inktober drawings I've done. This and another one. Helen Distortion, my beloved. So true. Oh, this is my other favorite Inktober drawing I think I've ever done. They're just good. I had a good time. Let's see. This is another animatic that I storyboarded out and I've never done. I still might someday. We'll see. This is me figuring out the designs for that because they're a lot more intricate than I usually go for. So I want to make sure I got it right. This is the character, I guess persona is the better way to put that, that I used in the ARG videos. Love them. Oh wait, sorry. And this little drawing was something I did to celebrate 1 year of the channel. I think I posted it in the community tab. I was going to fully finish it and then I was out of the house. So it didn't work out. So here you see more of just like trying to figure stuff out here. My beloved. Quick catch for doodle. My beloveds. This was a thing I made into like a really brief little, I don't know, animatic. Not really. It's on the channel. I thought it was fun. Some Franciscas von Karmas. My beloved, light of my life. Girl boss of my heart. I adore her. All of my being. You see Clavier is there again. Trucy and Apollo. Also my beloveds. You see me working here with shapes, trying to figure stuff out. So if you see me drawing with blue and red pen here, it's not pen, sorry, colored pencil. It's because I was out of town and that's all I had with me. But I think it works because it helps me separate the line art from the pencil. These are all characters from my old comic. Redesigned. This is when I went through and redesigned them. So you'll see that in the next few pages. Here they are. Love them. And then I was going to do more and I got lazy. And I still haven't done them. And you'll see there's just some pen doodles here. More of some of the characters. More Bad Boy Halo doodles because I love my design for him. Yeah, you'll see every once in a while I like to just go crazy with the brush pen. More doodles. Here's EXE. This is something basically like an emotion test because she doesn't have a mouth. So you want to make sure she can emote properly. More doodles. Alex Quackity. There he is. Continues. So just some extra doodles. Okay, so this is a collection of stuff from my first semester because I would just draw on my notes, which is like maybe not the best idea. So you'll see there's just general stuff. This is stuff from the new comic again. Vibing. The Adventure Zone. Curtis Connor, Draw Detectives. More Ace Attorney stuff. The Ace Attorney stuff never leaves. It never leaves. It lives in my heart forever. And here's Clavier Gavin again. Because I have a problem. Not really. This is me figuring out my ghost bird design for the Derailed animatic. You'll see there's a storyboard here for it. See just a brief expression test. This is me working on my Tommy design for the For As Long As You'll Have Me animatic. This is me finally sitting down and trying to figure out how I draw Will Graham and Hannibal Lecter. And I think I figured out Will, but I still don't think I've figured out Hannibal. Mads Mikkelsen is a very interesting looking guy, and I can't quite get that. I don't know, I'm trying really hard. More Ace Attorney doodles. Clavier Gavin, my beloved, light of my life. I will not apologize, ever. What a funky little man. Here's Cecilia again. This is her current design. See, this is the love interest, who I still haven't named. I know, I have a problem. I think I was looking at Thea, something like that. Because she's the tightness of sight, which I thought would contrast well with Cecilia, meaning blind. So there's some designs here. We're getting closer to how I draw her now, but not quite. This is stuff from the Stardew Valley Trials, which I adore. So just a brief character design thing I did with my little sister. It's just Doodles. This is another character who I think I ended up putting on the superhero team, who also doesn't have a name, but that's a problem for later. These are some Fakemon designs based on the video that Therm did. Here we see more of Cecilia hanging out. Love her. And I'm trying to figure out like traits and stuff here. And I spend forever on this mask, and I still don't get somewhere I like until we do it on stream. So see, this is me trying to figure out how to do like actual action poses, which is kind of necessary for when you make an action comic. You know, as you do. I figured it out eventually. Not really in this sketchbook, but just by working on it. Some more designs from the Adventure Zone. Here we see I finally give her the hair that I was trying not to give her for so long, but I gave in because I love drawing a fringe like that. I think it's so fun. More Cecilia's. I adore her. She's so fun to draw. I don't know what it is. So here we have character turnarounds for the both of them. So civilian and hero forms, and then a couple different outfits, and an expression sheet on the bottom. Just for reference. And then we see some more action poses here. This is when I decided to give Cecilia a quarterstaff, because she will beat you to death. Yeah, very funky. And then here's more of Cecilia in her villain form, her mentor, and these are ideas I had for her parents, because they're kind of important parts of the story. So here you see I finally get back around to practicing hands. And I think they're a lot better than before. So I'll take that as a win. See some EXE doodles where I was messing around with a certain style. I actually did an animation with her like this, based on a YouTuber I really like. So I'll post the animation at some point. It'll go up. And these are just some brief doodles. This is me coming up with designs for the Adventure Zone characters. Fitzroy Maplecourt, my beloved. As you can tell, I love a fop. Let's see, yeah. I kept the designs from Balance, basically the same as they are in the little graphic novel. It's kind of just some more doodles of Cecilia, figuring stuff out, more Fitzroy in the corner. And then a brief overview of where my style is. So yeah, this is my newest sketchbook. I hope you found it interesting to kind of look through. And yeah. All right, bye.